if I would start this project from scratch, right? So what would be the steps which you need to, so yeah, so what we learn, right? So what we learn is the following thing. So what you need to do is very simple thing. So let's take, like let's go new project. Let's say, okay, my project, recap YouTube, right? YouTube. So to make this thing work, and let's switch to the recap YouTube. So project and okay, so project created. Right, so recap. So I don't have anything in here. I do have the BigQuery and stuff like that now, right? So if you want to do the following work, if you want to move your YouTube data from the YouTube channel to your BigQuery and then do some analysis with it, what you need to do is the following thing. So first, you have YouTube channel. When you're done with that, you can move to the next thing. So first, you go to the API services. And in the API services, you need to make sure that your BigQuery API is enabled, right? So it's by default, it is enabled, and you can disable it, right? So if you press enable API and services, so you need to have BigQuery, right? Like this one, BigQuery API. This is enabled. Good. Now, the next step which you need to do, you need to have YouTube reporting API. So this one needs to be also enabled. Now, the next thing which you need to do, so let's wait for it to be enabled. That's good. So the next thing we want to get into here, I think this is it, but because I don't trust myself, I would say, like, look, you will be working with YouTube, right? So you will be doing some stuff. Just enable the analytics API and the data. I don't know if they need it for this project. I believe they don't, but just to be sort of like sure, right? Let's just enable those. And now if we, getting back and forth. So now if we're getting into the APIs and services, we do see here the YouTube reporting, we do have BigQuery. And another thing which we need is, or maybe we don't. So now if we go to BigQuery, there is a data transfer, right? BigQuery data transfer has been used in project before, just disabled by enable, blah, blah. If you're enabling API recently, system retry, okay. So, okay, has not been used. Right, so, and this is what we're missing. We're also missing BigQuery data transfer API. It's perfect that we can enable it from here, so it doesn't really need to go any further. When you're done with adding all the necessary API stuff, and we just added the BigQuery as well here, now we just need to select the source. So I'm just repeating myself, and then we give the name here, YouTube. And then we go data set. Let's create a new data set. Let's specify YouTube. Let's go with the single region. And I want to select US East 1, South Carolina. Great. Create data set. That's perfect. Scroll down, adding the icebreaker engineer as my table suffix. We're saving the result. He's asking me to select the account. So this is done, and the transfer is pending, right? So this will be transferring for the run date September 13. So what we want to do, we also want to do the schedule the backfill, and we want to, for the date of range, so we have the 13 already. So we're selecting the 12th, and what we also selecting is August 13, because it only has like a 30 days of data, like from the August to the September. Let's go. And backfill is scheduled. If I would reload the page, I see all of those is scheduled. And as we can see, the transfer is running, transfer is scheduled. for the retry. I don't know why, but it's running. So, and then if we go again to the BigQuery and we would expand our data set, we actually start seeing the data for the channels is coming in, right? And if I would select, let's say, channels basic data, and I would say preview the data, I am going to start seeing the data available to me. So now the next thing we'll do, what we'll do next time, is we will be most likely connecting a Trino query engine to it. Why? Because I don't want to stay on Google. Maybe I should, but I want to just move this out from Google into something where I can then enrich the data with something else. The thing which I see here is I do have the, like the channel ID and the video ID. What I want to have an actual, like the information about what the video it is, maybe some information for myself. So I would have, like sort of like add how much this video cost me to make, and well, nothing, just my time. But you get where I'm going, right? Like there needs to be something additional. So what I want to do, I want to have this data. So this would be like the YouTube data source, which is then joined with some additional data. And then that feeds into some sort of like a dashboard, right? And this is where I think I go to just, like the things which I know best, just to, or maybe we'll just stick it with the Google. I don't know, we'll figure it out. So yeah, that's it. For now, that's it. So just to get into, the data is pulling slowly. So, like it's only for the day. So I guess if you have a YouTube channel, do that now, and then you can enjoy, like the data which you have. And so far at this, enjoy your day, your night, or, depending on the time you're looking at. And thank you very much. Take care and good night.